My film follows many of the codes and conventions used in kidulthood, an urban drama written by Noel Clarke. Many shots in my film are shot outside, much like the introduction of kidulthood. A close-up of an archetypal brick wall covered in graffiti and a mid-shot of the protagonist running in then out of the frame establishes the film genre, and the viewer is immediately aware that it's an urban drama set in a rough area. The main prop I used was a hoodie, which connotes that the protagonist is a youth, very much linking with the graffiti on the wall, as most viewers would associate graffiti with hooded youths. Kidulthood similarly immediately establishes that the focal point of the plot would be youths by using the hoodie. Sam, the archetypal school bully, and his friends are wearing hoodies, and each time a character is about to do something risky, they put their hoodie up. The baseball bat prop in my film, used towards the end by the femme fatale character to hit the protagonist, is very typical of this genre, as evident in kidulthood. The scene towards the end of the movie, where, in a fast-paced scurry, with continuous cuts and loud diegetic sound, Sam hits Trevor across the head with a large baseball bat, much like the one I used. In this context of the urban drama with the rebellious youths and vandalised streets, the baseball bat is commonly associated with violence, a tool for the youths when they're up to no good, and in my film, despite the contrasting role of the hooded youth and the seemingly more stern female, she uses the bat to savagely batter him, instead of the other way around, therefore subverting the femme fatale character stereotype. A binary opposition of man versus woman is clear in kidulthood. Two of the female characters, Katie and Alyssa, are evidently portrayed as weaker than the dominant male characters, such as Sam, who severely bullies Katie, leading to her suicide. In my film, I challenge this binary position, and compared to kidulthood, the roles are reversed. The female antagonist is the dominant character, and this is represented by her stern stature and her ruthless attitude towards the protagonist's plea to leave him alone. The fact that he pleads to be left alone shows that she clearly has authority over him. From Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels, I incorporated the use of backstreet setting. The alleys and the hidden cameras connote to the viewer that something dodgy is going on. My textual analysis of Lock, Stock also reveals a chase, where a series of close-ups and mid-shots show the dodgy men in black are being chased by two cops. This clarifies that the gear they were selling was dodgy. I also use a chase in my film, but I leave it ambiguous as to who's being chased. who he's being chased by and what the protagonist has done to be chased. This adds to the mystery of the opening and makes the viewer want to watch more, much like the effect the Lock, Stock had on me. Kidulthood uses a technique of cutting between scenes. The opening scene includes shots from the playground with cuts to shots of Trevor in the classroom, and this shows that it's happening at the same time, and a sense of real time is created by this technique. I use a similar technique with the running scenes, with various cuts to the interrogation. However, this is not real time as the interrogation happens after the protagonist is caught.